Hello there, this is Dave Allen for Mac 20 Questions, and today what I want to talk to you about is Mac podcasts. I've been listening to a whole pile of these Mac podcasts for some time now, and I've started to get to the point where they're starting to annoy me. There is one of these Mac podcasts where the presenter was talking across the top of other people that are on the show there. He's one of those boisterous types of people that just loves the sound of his own voice, I think. Then they have good podcasts such as the MacCast. And Adam Christensen, I've been listening to that podcast now for over 7 years, and I think it's brilliant. Well done, Adam. And then we have the podcast from Alison Sheridan called the NazillaCast, which is also very good as well. But there are still quite a lot of these Mac podcasts that talk about news that basically talk rubbish all of the time. They look at what's in the news, they look at what's not in the news, and they look at rumours, and they talk incessantly absolute gobbledygook rubbish. They talk like they know what they're talking about, and for the most part, well, it's just all hot air. They talk about whether there's going to be an Apple TV, actual TV that is going to have all the sort of big screen and everything with it, and Apple have never said they're going to make one, and yet they still talk about it. Well, there you go, that's what I think about the Mac podcasts that are out there at the moment. There's far too much talking about rumours and things that are only vapour news, as it were. And what they should be talking about is, well, if there's no news, why not give some hints and some tips or make the podcast a bit shorter? It would only seem sensible, wouldn't it? So what do you think? Do you have any Mac podcasts that you would like to recommend to either new Mac users or to existing Mac users that kind of know what they're doing? Well, like I said, there's going to be some good Mac podcasts out there, but there's far too many that talk about stuff that are absolute crap. These sort of phrases that they come up with, well, Apple wouldn't do it like this, Well, Mac wouldn't do something like that, or Apple wouldn't do something like that. Well, of course, the Apple iPhone 5 is going to have this size of screen or that size of screen. There was once on YouTube a video that was produced by someone that was taking a piss out of Mac users and how they like to talk incessantly about things to do with Mac. Well, I'm talking about Mac things now, I suppose. I'm doing it anyway, but this one was quite funny because basically you could ring up a special number and talk to an Apple genius of some sort or other, and you could just talk about Mac, and that was the highlight of the service. Probably quite expensive to do, but for a Mac user, well, it was worth it. So what do you think? Do you have any favourite Mac podcasts that you think are well worth listening to? Bye-bye now. Talk to you again soon.